I'm sure you have all heard of Occam's razor. It is a principle urging one to select among competing hypotheses that one makes the fewest assumptions and thereby offers the simplest explanation of the effect. Nearly all cosmologists today suggest that our universe is not only expanding, but that this expansion is accelerating.
No.
This acceleration requires an energy density that acts in opposition to gravity.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. It's collapsing, it's collapsing, it's collapsing. Stop lying, you're a liar. It's not expanding, it's not expanding. It's not expanding. Go away. Go away. No, I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out. This is my escape path. It's my escape path. No, you can't take me out. No. I don't need to be rescued. I'm not stuck. I'm waiting. You have to go away. No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get in. The universe is collapsing. It could happen any second. I am really in a hurry to get out of, not out of here, out of our universe. It's not going to be here. Do you understand me? It's not going to be here. Well, there's a black hole down there, really close to where we are now, where I am anyway, and I have to stay here until I get in. It's going to open up and let me get in. I'm gonna jump in as soon as it opens up, and I'll be gone from here. Please, just go away. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. Only one person can fit in at a time, and I'm sure that if you decide you want to get out of here, that you can come inside and wait your turn. But right now, I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? I have to get out of here. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. Oh, I just want to get out of here. I've been waiting so long, and I'm so afraid. I don't want every molecule in my body. Every molecule in my body. Just like that. Like that. I have to get out of here. I cannot be here. when the universe collapses. Do you understand? And I should have that choice. I should have that choice. I've gone to the trouble to find a solution for myself. I'm not crazy. I'm not. I've gone to the trouble to find a solution. I've gone through a rational process. Rational. And I'm not leaving here. I'm waiting my turn. If I leave here, it's going to be through there. It's going to be through there when the black hole opens up and lets me in. So just please, just go away. Go away.
Welcome to the concert, but maestri, as the professor left before, guitarist con allegro, maestro Elio Sal, violinist con boot, and Dr. Dale Schneider-Jones, basso con loco. Opening work brings us the Blue Danube in a special Duval reading. Following a first performance of this arrangement, the title was altered to read The Black and Blue Danube. The final movement is on a very striking theme. It pictures a devoted marriage going on the rocks in early November and called Sample Ballad. The maestro has entered. The audience has seated itself firmly on its hands. And here is the
Nearly all cosmologists today suggest that our universe is not only expanding, but that this expansion is accelerating. This acceleration requires an energy density that acts in opposition to gravity, and this force has been called dark energy. This energy density has not been directly detected observationally.
Why haven't you observed if you're already up there floating around?
These same cosmologists now tell us that dark matter and dark energy comprise 95% of the universe.
So what?
That's a big chunk of stuff to pull out of anybody's hat. Imagine only 5% of the universe is composed of hadrons. The stuff
You're
you
not.
can see,
You're not.
measure,
But not here. So go away.
rather than invert 95% of the universe. Might not a simpler explanation be available?
No.
I think there are several other explanations.
And you know everything, don't you?
So I'm supposed to talk to you. I'm supposed to talk to you like you're a person. I guess they want me to talk to you because I have so much difficulty talking to real people. It's not that I have difficulty talking to real people. I just don't want to. I mean, why should I? There's nothing in it for me. They tell me that the way I feel about stuff and the way that I want to be by myself all the time and the way that I spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours reading about outer space and stuff like that. They tell me it's not normal and that I'm not helping myself and that it's obsessive, and one of them even said that I'm addicted. I guess like people get addicted to TV. I'm addicted to the library. I'm addicted to standing in the stacks at the library reading books about the universe. I guess they think that, because I'm just this person who is on disability because, what do they call it? Difficulty adapting to adult life or something? I don't know. That was the first diagnosis. I haven't paid any attention since 1980. That's what they told me in 1980. That I had difficulty adjusting to adult life, and I've been on SSI ever since. I used to have a job. I was a legal secretary. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you do that because it's like you're different people at different times. And whatever person you're going to be next is in front of you, and you it's like you follow yourself like you're in a queue. And I was a really fast typist in high school. In fact, that was the only thing that I could do very well. I barely passed English. I don't know why, because I read all the time. I read a lot more than any of those other kids. I did okay in math, but, they said I was unmotivated and that I was not very good at focusing, and I think that they thought that meant that I wasn't very smart, and so they pushed me into, I don't know, what do they call it, secretary prep? Is that what they would call it, secretary prep? They didn't have administrative assistants in those days, I mean, not where I was from anyway. They didn't. And they just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And I had this teacher who, I don't know, I guess she liked me. Mostly, I would help her organize stuff, file stuff, whatever after class. And she would complain to me about her husband and her kids, and I guess she thought we were friends. I mean, it seems to me, I was 17 years old, and the word that everybody likes to throw around, it was inappropriate. It was definitely inappropriate. Besides, what good was it going to do? I mean, what do I know? I still don't know anything about having a husband and kids. What, are you kidding me? What, are you kidding me? It's like I can, that wasn't on the queue for me. So anyway, I followed my queue to business school. I can barely remember what that I mean, when I think about that time, my 20s and even into my early 30s, it's just like cotton was stuffed in my brain, every time I went further on the queue, I was in another cotton brain body. And I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything good. I don't remember anything bad, except maybe I had this boss with really bad teeth and bad breath, and he chewed gum all the time. I don't know. I suppose it was because he knew he had bad breath, but I doubt seriously it was helping his teeth because, you know, ugh. Anyway, it was gross. It was gross. They were kind of green and mossy looking. I think he probably had some sort of like fungus in his mouth. Sorry, you're only a camera. You can't get grossed out anyway. So, you know, that's the only really bad thing I can remember, except that all the other secretaries always hated me. They wouldn't talk to me. They talked about me. And I don't know, there was so much cotton in my head at the time. I mean, I don't even know what they were saying about me. And I mean, you know, it was like so nothing. It was such a nothing life that I can't even remember being bored. And I'm sure I was. I'm sure I was, because the next thing I knew, I was like 35, 36. And every chance I got, I was in the library. I was always in the library. And I don't know, maybe I saw Cosmos, or I don't know, maybe even Star Wars or something. I don't know. I was reading all these books about like outer space and the universe. I learned some stuff about physics. I learned about, you know, molecules, you know, neutrons, protons, electrons, all that stuff. I mean, I just really liked it. I mean, that's where I was on my lunch hour. That's where I was after work. I would go to bookstores before work, and so 10 hours a day, I guess, I was reading about outer space, and pretty soon I just wasn't interested in anything else, because it's like the universe was so big, and it, the more I read, the more I learned, the more big it seemed, and the more insignificant everything else was. And they said, I don't know, they found me in the library one day, and I was like all scrunched up in a fetal position, and it's like I couldn't move, and I guess I was sort of catatonic or something, and they put me in a hospital, and it kept happening. After I got better the first time, it kept happening, and each time it was worse, and that's when they said I had difficulty adjusting to adult life. And I don't know, it was kind of a stupid idea to put me on SSI if they didn't want me reading about science, because after all, that's all I did. Library opens, I'm there. Library closes, they have to kick me out, and I'm always in the same place. I've read through some of those shelves 5 times. Okay, that's all. I can't talk to a camera anymore. This is stupid.
first appearance tonight of the gifted
Nothing is like that. What do you mean you don't understand? It's like, a balloon. You go, and it's full. It's not nothing anymore. So the opposite of nothing is do you see? Well, I don't know what you mean. What do I mean by nothing? There you have the collapsing of the universe into itself. Collapsing. And what happened when I went, there was nothing. It was all gone. All the air, everything was gone. So, unless you get away from this thing that's collapsing, you're going to be like, two. You're going to be gone. Gone. You're going to be nothing.
First, this acceleration was not recognized until a dozen or so years ago.
It wasn't recognized by the establishment.
Of a new type of standard.
There's always more than one opinion.
The type 1A supernova. This category of supernova produces a consistent peak luminosity because of the uniform mass of white dwarfs that explode via the accretion mechanism. The stability of this value allows these explosions to measure the distance to their host galleries. This type 1A supernova is a subcategory in the Minkowski's Wiki supernova classification.
Minkowski's Wiki, you love to say that, don't you? You love to say it, don't you?
Nothing. Do you understand? Zero? Do you understand? Now you see it. Now you don't? Do you understand? When I close my eyes, there's nothing there. And if you close your eyes, you see? Nothing. All gone. All gone. Okay? Do you get it yet? Do you get it? Do you get what I mean by nothing? Nothing!
Sounds pretty straightforward, right?
Nothing
Wait.
you say
The
is
early universe
ever straightforward.
almost devoid
You
of heavy
can't
elements.
get to the
These
point.
being produced
You
billions of
love to hear
years
yourself
later,
talk.
when
I
the first
don't. Shut up,
supernovas
shut up.
fused them while exploding. So when we look far back in time, we are actually observing virgin supernovas composed almost entirely of hydrogen. How does the standard candle compare with later heavy metal rich examples?
I'm sure you're
Might
about
not
to tell
the
me.
absolute luminosities vary greatly? I suggest that the standard candle type 1A supernovas observed in the early universe are not reliable indicators of an absolute luminosity, and therefore not reliable indicators of an accelerating expansion of the universe.
Well, I don't know what you mean. What do I mean by nothing? I mean, nothing means what it is. It's nothing, okay? It's nothing. What do you mean by nothing? What do you mean by nothing? What kind of stupid question is that anyway? What do you mean by nothing? What do you mean by nothing? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by nothing, Vanessa? What do you mean by nothing, Vanessa? What do you mean by nothing, Vanessa? Nothing. Nothing. I don't mean anything. You know, if you say you don't mean anything, it's the same thing as saying, I mean nothing. Nothing by that. I mean nothing by nothing. Nothing by nothing, nothing by nothing, nothing by nothing. Okay?
Players Guild of the Incinerator Repairman Union. Title: Professor Paul's first ambition was to become a great master of the violin. The night of his debut was a brilliant one. Following the performance, the young protege's father took the violin reverently in hand and gave it his blessing.
Hit the button when you're ready to start, and when you're finished, hit the button again. You don't have to do anything else. I'll take care of the rest. I don't know why you're asking me this. I mean, we're all in here because we're crazy.
they tell us that we're crazy. You know, I don't know, it seems to me like you read the newspaper and there's lots of crazy folks, you know, and they're all loose. They're, you know, they never be in here and they never get locked up. So well, I don't know that much about outer space, and I don't know. I mean, I never was interested in science or. I mean, what do I know? She walks around the halls talking about that stuff. When we have breakfast, she talks about that stuff. When we're, you know, just watching TV, don't turn on a science show because she'll start talking about that stuff. And I mean, she seems, it sounds like she knows a lot about it. So, I mean, who am I? You know, maybe she is an expert. I mean, I suppose it's possible that a person could just spend all day, every day at the library reading about stuff and become some kind of expert. I don't know. You know, I mean, sometimes I wish she would shut up, but hey, you know, if the world is gonna collapse, it's gonna collapse. I have enough problems just worrying about what happens in here on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I have more problems just worrying about that than worrying about whether the universe is gonna collapse. You know? I mean, you know,
No, I don't like being on this earth. I don't like being on this earth. I don't like being on this earth. Finished. That's it. Do you hear me? I don't like being on this earth. It sucks. Even if it wasn't for gravity, it would suck. It sucks, 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 sucks. Stop looking at me. 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 Okay. I'll tell you why. For one thing, it's because people like you won't stop looking at me. No, don't say people like me don't like people like you, like looking at people like me. There is nobody else like me. There's just me. There's just me. There's just me. There's just me. I'm not like anybody else. I'm only myself. I'm only myself. Do you hear me? I'm only myself. So stop saying other people like you. Other people like you. Other people like you. Other people like you. There isn't anybody else like me. Do you understand? There isn't anybody else like me. You're not getting this, are you? You really are not getting this, are you? Okay, so you have me trapped. Okay? You have me trapped. I'm in your space, or one of your spaces, because you might as well be everybody. Everybody! Do you understand that? You might as well be everybody. And I'm stuck in this world, on this planet, held down by this gravity. This gravity by all of you, by all of you, by all of you, by all of you. You're the ones. You're whatever it is that makes you the way you are. You're gravity. All of you are gravity. And all of you are holding me down. 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 Do you understand? Do you understand yet? Do you understand?
And I could go on and on.
You always do.
For example,
Be my
a
guest.
change occurred in the rate of expansion of the universe about 7.5 billion years ago.
Yeah.
Objects
And
in
you
the
were there,
universe began
right?
flying apart at a
Exactly.
faster rate than before.
Stop.
Scientists theorize
That's what I'm
this
talking about.
faster
Falling apart,
expansion
falling apart,
rate
falling apart.
was due to a mysterious dark force that began noticeably pulling galaxies apart.
You're the
this
dark
dark
force in
energy
my life.
was not present or not
You're
functioning
making me fall
during
apart
the
faster
first 6
than
billion
the
years of
universe
our
is falling
galaxy's
apart.
existence.
Holy slather! I mean, maybe not all of us, not the people who are really depressed, but the universe is collapsing. I mean, come on. You know, I mean, irritating. She just goes on and on and on. I say, oh, well, it's sort of entertaining. I mean, I'll be sorry when she leaves.
I think there was a time when I was by myself. Listen, I don't know whether I had a planet by myself or whether I was maybe even more than one person. How do I know? How do I know? How do I know? This is an infinite universe. Maybe I was even more than one person. But whatever it was, I was the only one. I was the only one that mattered. I was the only one that had thought. I was the only one that had the feelings inside this head, inside this body. Even if it was more than one body. Even if I was the mastermind of all the other bodies. There was just me. Me, 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 me. Yes, you're right. I do want a planet all to myself. I want a planet where all of the rest of you are not here. I want a planet where I'm by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself. Do you understand me? I don't want the rest of you here. No, I don't want it. You just ruin everything. Everything, everything, everything. I'm the only one who knows how just to be here. Just to be here. You don't understand what I'm saying, do you? Just listen. Listen. Did you hear that? It was beautiful. It was quiet. It was beautiful, peaceful, quiet. Then all of you came along, didn't you? All of you had to ruin everything, didn't you? You and you and you and you and you and you and you, especially you! Especially you! You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? You couldn't leave me alone. Alone, 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 alone. I want you to leave me alone. Well, it just makes me mad. It just makes me mad that they let her talk that godless nonsense. It's just blasphemy. It's just blasphemy. I mean, she talks as if there's no God. Why should I have to listen to that? My family is paying money for me to be here. We are religious people. I do not think that I should have to listen to that. It's just the evil rubs off. It rubs off. It rubs off. They should make her stop that, or they should
give her some kind of therapy or medication. Just shoot her up with something. Shoot her up with something so she'll just stop that. She'll just stop that. God strike me dead for saying this, but I don't think a person like that deserves to live. I think some people, they're just better off dead. They should just let her do it. They should just let her kill herself and let the rest of us get on with it.
All this noise. Oh, there's all this noise. It's out here. Do you hear it? It's out here. It's out here, and it's all coming here. It's all coming here. It's all coming here. It's all coming. And it won't stop coming here. Like some choking me. It's all coming like some horrible rain. Not water, not refreshing, not cleansing, but like some horrible rain that just soaks through everything.
Do I have to have an opinion? Will it go down on my chart whether I have an opinion? Will you let me have a cigarette if I give you my opinion? Well, she talks too much. That's one thing. I have a definite opinion about her talking too much. And the universe is collapsing theory dominates group. I don't want to be in group in the first place. Being around people like that with some social worker who looks like she's about 17 is not helping me, honey. You know what I'm saying? It is not helping. And clearly, she does not have the experience to facilitate a group. Because over here is this fanatical, I don't know, astronomy freak who thinks the universe is collapsing. And over on the other side is this Saint Teresa person who crosses herself the whole time we're in a group. She's crossing herself because Vanessa is talking about the universe collapsing. That's how she describes it. Collapsing. And the rest of us, except for the lady who can never stop laughing, of course she laughs at everything. Somebody walks out of the shower with their fly open, she's laughing. Somebody spills their orange juice in the morning, she's laughing. I can't have a cigarette and maybe I act out a little bit about it, but she's laughing. So I'm stuck with her. I'm stuck with Vanessa. I'm stuck with Saint Teresa and this 17-year-old social worker. And I mean, can we just get on with it? My opinion is that they need to zip. They need to zip this woman with her, molecules imploding, universe collapsing nonsense. Keep her in the White Room until she stops acting, and then let her go. And the rest of us we can't get better with her here. That's what I think. We can't. It's just, what's the word? Disruptive? She's disruptive, okay?
dark energy were the size the theories predict.
It
The
is.
universe should have
It is.
expanded with such an
It
extreme
is.
velocity that it would have prevented the very existence of everything we know in our
Yes!
cosmos.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yet
That's
here
what
we
I'm
are.
talking about. Ow.
Here we are.
Yeah, well, we're not going to be here much longer. Not even you. Not even you. Not even